Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about the Puma Stewie 4. So retail price is 120 bucks. Some colorways or special editions might go for $10 more. Last year on the Stewie 3, they did a Harry Potter collab, Slytherin themed. I thought that was really dope. On this model, so far we know there's gonna be a mismatch one with green and pink. Could be too much, too flashy on the court, but I think some of us are only going for these types of models if we see a crazy colorway. It is the fourth signature shoe of Breanna Stewart. Let's not act like we watch the WNBA here. Therefore, we'll skip that part. I do know that she's like their equivalent of KD. I meant the playing style, not the face ID. Yeah, that's the player comp. Shoe comp, I'm gonna say KD 17, Dame 8. Anyways, here's all you need to know about its performance. As to how the Stewie 4 performs, cushion honestly surprised me a little bit for two reasons. One, it is a pretty stacked up midsole in terms of height. You get more of an elevated feeling out there, so opposite of a low to the ground kind of core feel. Two, they didn't give us nitro foam or anything new, it's just pro foam, their basic setup. But this somehow feels quite soft on feet, especially in the heel. A nice bounce back. Impact protection is sufficient too. They did a drop-in midsole on the previous version, a brick drop-in. Here it's a traditional EVA midsole that is not a brick. Given the thickness and amount of feedback based on my experience, I think cushioning is pretty good here. 435 grams for US 10.5 men's, my usual size. About what you would expect from a Puma hoop shoe. Slightly on the heavier side, but lighter than the Stewie 3 for sure. Those were hella heavy. Traction is alright, decent. This one comes in a purple solid rubber also. Puma's translucent also usually does better on dusty courts. This one picks up dust, but it's not too hard to wipe off. I was able to get to a full and complete stop like 8 out of 10 times. Can't complain too much. I mean, I've had Puma shoes in the past where on a hard pivot on the same court, my forefoot would slide or twist like 180 degrees. Not the case here at least. It gets squeaky at times later on. In the beginning, it was basically silent, if you care about it. No major problems here with the traction performance, just not top tier. They run true to size. The release is technically in women's sizing, but same as Nike, if you're a 10.5 in men's, that's a 12 in women's. Let's say you're a size 9.5 US, then you're a size 11 here. But they'll usually say like 9.5 men's / 11 women's when you order them. You can perhaps go half size down if you want to go for a tight and snug fit, or if you prefer to wear thinner socks while you play. When I put on a very thin pair of socks, it did feel a little bit loose at the back there, so you may want to consider sizing down to make sure you avoid heel slippage. The good news here is that this is very waifu friendly, pretty spacious in the midfoot area, so true to size or half size down depending on your foot shape and preference. Nothing special with the material. Just keep in mind that this engineered mesh upper isn't very flexible. Instead, it's like the well-reinforced type that feels sturdy on feet. These glitters have no effect on the functionality. Breathability is only about average. No ventilation holes anywhere. With that said, torsional support is excellent. Not a shoe that you can easily bend or twist in shape. Quite a tank in general. I'm optimistic about its durability too. I think everything will hold up well over time, the upper and the outsole. Overall, I would say this is a decent performer from Puma. Finally, something different, in the sense that they're tall and wide, can serve as a great choice for bigs in my opinion. If you have very narrow feet or prefer something that's low to the ground, I suggest that you pass on these. I'll personally give it an A-. Silhouette looks nice. Excited to see more collabs this year, possibly. But as always, let me know what you think about the Stewie 4 down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.